play, when we're at play, a number of things happen. The first thing is that people have a sense of co-ownership. They're co-creating the play as they play. You can see this in children as they co-create any sort of game that they're playing together. That creates a sense of connection, and that connection then creates a sense of trust. This then has a positive effect in other ways, because once people have this sense of trust, they feel like they can take chances. And once they start taking chances, that increases the novelty. They start to create new things. Their creativity rises. And ultimately, that elevates their engagement. And then that cycles back through and creates this virtuous cycle where they have more co-ownership, connection, trust, and so on.
Conducted a survey of anthropologists who had observed hunter-gatherer cultures in various isolated parts of the world, that the children in the cultures that they studied, including the young teenagers, were free to play and explore on their own without adult guidance all day long, from dawn to dusk, essentially every day. The adults in these cultures say we have to let them play because that's how they learn the skills that they need to acquire to grow.
Something that traditional classrooms actually work directly against. It even is true when you take at play itself. Play is under attack in our society.
So the internet is not evolving at random. The reason it feels like it's sucking us in the way it is because of this race for attention. We know where this is going. Technology is not neutral.
In the 1950s, we had ample opportunity to play, but the school year then was 5 weeks shorter than it is today. The school day was 6 hours long. We were free to play for hours a day after school, all day on weekends, all summer long. I like to say that when I was a kid, I had school and I also had a hunter-gatherer education. Now, if you walk through most neighborhoods in the United States, what you find, if you find kids outdoors at all, is they're wearing uniforms, they're on some kind of manicured field, they're following the directions of adult coaches while their parents are sitting on the sidelines cheering their every move.
This is the formalization of play. This is not free play. This is not the virtuous cycle form of play.
Really play. Play, by definition, is self-controlled and self-directed. Especially the correlation between the decline in play, which seems to be roughly linear, beginning around 1955 on through today, correlates very well with the roughly linear increase in anxiety and depression among young people. They're analogous to the effects we see in animals when we take play away from animals. It's 5 to 8 times as many children today suffer from major depression or from a clinically significant anxiety disorder as was true in the 1950s. We've seen a decline, a continuous decline in children and young adults' sense that they have control over their own lives. Is that not having an internal sense of control sets you up for anxiety and depression. Play is where children learn that they're in control of their own life. It's really the only place they are in control of their own life. When we take that away, we don't give them the chance to learn how to control their own life. Play, so childhood has turned from a time of freedom to a time of resume building.
And it's changing our ability to have the conversations and relationships we want with each other.
What makes something better is connection.